Hey guys, JT Shaver here, and today we're going to be looking at a light that might be the perfect super budget alternative to the Godox SL60W. The Godox SL60W is one of the most popular lights out there, and for good reason. It's one of the best values you can get. It does have a few negative things about it, and to get the most out of it you need a light stand and some kind of modifier like a softbox as well. That's where this light, the GVM P80S, comes in. There are some features that are missing from this light that you'll find on others, but that doesn't necessarily make it any worse. And if you're on a super tight budget, I'm going to tell you why this might be the best option out there for you. The first thing to know about this light is that it's super compact and lightweight. It's honestly one of the smallest COB lights that I've ever seen, if not the smallest. I recently made a video where I was using a really big strip box, and the way that the strip box worked is that you mount the light inside the box itself. I kept trying to use some of my bigger lights, but they were just too heavy because the light stuck out so far from the light stand and kept causing the strip box to sag. The P80S was super lightweight and really easy to fit in the strip box, and it just ended up working better than any of my other lights. Another thing to know about this light is that it's super basic. The only thing on the back panel is one dimmer knob. I very rarely use the other features like channels, grouping, and remote control on smaller lights like this, so for me it was a really good way to bring the expense down. As far as brightness goes, this light is exactly the same output as the SL60W. I don't have a way to measure the CRI or the TLCI, so I kind of have to go off what's online, but I personally don't notice a difference between this light and the SL60W, so I can trust those numbers. The other big thing about this light is that it's cheaper than the SL60W or something like the Sakani X60. The regular price on this light is only $119, and I actually just saw it for about $10 less on sale. The regular price on the SL60W light is around $134, so this is about $15 to $25 cheaper. The other cool thing about this light is that it's available in a few different kits. One of them you can get the light, a light stand, and an umbrella. And the other kit you can get the light, a light stand, and a 22-inch softbox. The one with the umbrella is $139, and the one with the softbox is $149. So you can get everything you need to make this light useful without having to pay extra money, and it's only about $20 more expensive than the standalone SL60W light. The other thing about the light stands that come with these kits is that they're actually pretty decent. They're somewhere in between the super cheap light stands that come with a $50 lighting set and the Manfrotto lightweight light stands. And I actually find myself using them pretty often just because they're so lightweight and they're smaller, so it's easier than lugging around a 15-pound Avenger C-stand. As far as fan noise goes, Godox has kind of a bad reputation for their fans being loud, but I have noticed they've gotten a lot better, and it also depends on each individual unit that you look at. I think by now the Godox light fan noise has been brought down on basically all the units, and this light is not any louder. So you can use this light in 99% of situations, and the fan noise is not going to bother anyone. There are some cons about this light, but I honestly don't see them as cons, so this is more of a list of the ways that they cut costs on this light to make it the least expensive option. The first thing is that there's no digital screen on the back of this, so if you're looking for really precise light control in percentages, you're not going to get that with this light. One thing to keep in mind is that even though you can set a light to 50%, it might not actually be exactly half the light output at 100%. So that makes the digital readout on some lights not really useful anyway, and on this light it's easy enough to just take a look at the dial and roughly get 50% or whatever percentage that you're looking for. This light doesn't come with a carrying case, but the only one of these lights that does is the Sakani X60, and that light's $50 more expensive. You can use the box that this light comes with as the carrying case, and the foam inside is not the really crumbly type of styrofoam like the SL60W, so it is a step up in that sense. Like I mentioned earlier, there's no channels or groups or remote control, but for me that's not a deal breaker because when I'm reaching for a 60 to an 80 watt light, I really don't use those features anyways. The build quality on this light is not quite as nice as the SL60W, but I think the SL60W is actually really well built for a light of its price. So the plastic on this is a little bit cheaper, but I don't think it's going to break unless you're dropping your light, and I wouldn't recommend that no matter what light that you're using. Another thing about this light to keep in mind is that the power brick is separate from the head. That's the same way that the Sakani X60 is, but on the Godox or the newer SL60W, the power unit is built right into the head itself. That's not really a pro or a con, it's more of a personal preference because like I said, I had that situation where the P80S worked perfectly in that strip box, and any other light with the power integrated into the head would have been too heavy. So on one hand, you'll have a power brick hanging off of this light, but on the other hand, it makes it more lightweight and less top heavy when you have it on a light stand. If you're on a super tight budget and are just looking for something basic, I don't think there's a better deal out there than this light with a light stand and the softbox. Obviously, the light won't be as soft as a 36 or 48 inch softbox, but the light it creates will be soft enough for most cases. It'll be perfect for most beginners, and since the softbox is smaller, you can fit it in a smaller space, and you'll actually get more light output per square inch of the face of the softbox. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up so more people can see it, and make sure you hit subscribe and the bell notification so you don't miss the next video. I have a lot of different lights that I'll be reviewing in the near future. I'll also have affiliate links to this light and the kits that it comes in the description if you want to pick one of those up. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but it does help me create more videos like this. That's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.